Hey, what's up everybody? It's Ripley Sartain with Wisconsin Wonder Garden. Today we're going to be doing the 9,800 subscriber giveaway. Yes, we have over 10,000 subscribers now, but I haven't gotten around to doing the 9,800 subscriber giveaway yet. So that's what we're going to do today. We got a random comment picker up, and then we're going to copy the URL from our last video and put it over there and see who the winner is. We're going to wait a little bit till we get a few people on here in order to get a nice little audience for you guys. Let's go over to YouTube. We are live right now. Yes, we are. All right, over on my channel. We're going to pick a winner from this video here. So if you're one of the lucky people who got to see this and commented down on the video, you will be entered in this giveaway here. So I got that copied and everything. First off, I want to see how many people we got here. Just a couple. We just started, so no problem. I don't expect people to hop on right away with a live stream. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon where I live, so obviously a lot of people are going to be at work too. No problemo. The garden is going really well. We have a couple of projects coming up here, starting seeds for the spring. There is an Ask Ripley video that will be coming up shortly as well. And we also have a couple of videos coming up that have to do with the succulents and cacti and their growing conditions and how to water them and stuff like that. So I got a whole lineup of videos ready for everybody. Just got the stuff filmed and we have to get around to editing it. Again, I still have a full-time job. I'm an electrician. I work with Next Electric primarily in Milwaukee. I've been working at Freighter for almost 2 years. So that I absolutely love doing that, but I can't spend all the time in the world on the YouTube channel. I do as much as I can. So because it's a passion of mine and I love doing it. You know, it's really something that I could do forever and never get tired of it, because I'm sure, as you guys know, when gardening, you will always learn something new. Even if you're working with the same plants, there's all sorts of situations where we have to adapt, change, and grow in this sort of field, such as gardening. What am I giving away? Jack asked. Well, we have several different succulents, some cacti cuttings, and stuff like that. Maybe even I got some extra seeds that I'll probably throw in there too. I got some heirloom varieties that I will probably put into that package as well. But primarily for most of the winners so far from this, we've had 3 winners so far. They're going to get indoor plants and succulents, and then same thing for this winner as well. It's going to be like indoor plants and succulents. Just little random cuttings that we have from around the garden. We'll get them shipped off to you guys. I know those who have received them have shown me pictures on their Instagram or Twitter, Facebook, whatever they have. If you guys could, just go ahead and tag me in it once you get them and get them planted up and everything. And I'd love to see how they grow in your garden and hope that you guys have success with them too. Cactus makes perfect. Thank you so much. I know I've seen you tuning into the channel before, so thank you so much. It's really appreciative to have viewers that come back time and time again. It's really rewarding, and it shows that we're doing something right here on the channel, so that's what I'm all about. All right, so a couple minutes into here, we will go ahead. We got this URL copied. We're going to post it into the YouTube random comment picker for YouTube giveaways. Maybe. There we go. Paste that. And get YouTube comments and see who the winner is. I'm always excited for this part. Here we go. Oh, my computer is not behaving today. There we go. All right. The winner is Allie Cottontail. Oh, Allie, I was only 8 subscribers away from being the 10,000th. But very happy I found your channel. I enjoy the content. Favorite video so far is the jade surgery. Please continue to make more. Thank you so much for tuning in, Allie. You are the winner of this giveaway. You get some succulents and some indoor plants. I'm going to comment down below your comment on this video over here, the winner number 3 video, and see if I can get into contact with you. And I agree, the jade surgery video that we have, we just posted a few months ago. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. We got this crazy messed up jade from a friend of ours who just couldn't take care of it anymore, and they just didn't want to deal with it. But luckily for us, I wanted to deal with it. I wanted to chop that thing up and, you know, do my best as far as reconfiguring it and shaping it. And it's been doing really, really good so far. So super happy about that. Good video. Check it out if you haven't yet. Allie, just again, congratulations. I will hopefully be in contact with you soon. For anybody else watching besides Allie, if any of these winners do not contact me within 60 days, usually I give them 2 months, because at that point, if I've contacted them multiple times and they still haven't reached out to me, then I figure they probably never will, and maybe just not on YouTube anymore, whatever. I give them 2 months, and after that point, I'll go on to somebody else. So, Allie, you got 2 months. Hope you got that. Let's see. Since I don't want to just take off of here right now and leave you guys hanging, I got some time in the afternoon. I figure I would answer a few questions if I can, or if you guys have anything you want to say to me, that'd be awesome too. I mean, it's cool that I can interact with you guys on these live streams like this. It's a little bit different. It's, you know, a different type of video than I normally put on the channel, but I've found that it's really, really important to stay engaged with the community that you're building, and it's important that you're able to help each other along the way too. Jack asked if I could give away any tech. I have several channels. I have the gardening channel. I have Ripley Sartain, or the Sartain family is my second channel. I have Ripley's Aquarium is another channel. And then I think, let's see what it's called. Oops. What's this other channel
Writing's
called?
not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
I gotta log in now here. Sorry about that. Ripley Does Stuff and Ripley's Reviews is the other channel more so. I don't know if I haven't really done much on that one. But what I could do, depending on what kind of tech you guys want me to review, I got a few grow lights coming up on the channel. Those I will be giving away. A sneak peek for anybody who's watching here. For my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, I decided what I want to do. I've decided to, I'm not sure what the wattage is. I think it's something like a 600 watt LED grow light. But we're going to be giving that away for our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I think we would prefer iPhones or iPads giveaway in the future. Yeah, I can't quite afford that right now. To be giving away a bunch of iPhones and iPads and computers or cameras or whatever. But maybe if we grow large enough, we'll look into doing like plants and gardening tech, because why not? But I'm not so sure about like iPhones and iPads and stuff like that. So sorry, Jack. Sarah asked, also, have you ever thought of doing a podcast? I have. It's come across my mind many times. I think the biggest thing as far as, having a podcast is the setting up a time to do it and setting up some way where we can get guests on the channel or maybe local viewers on the channel. Because if it's just me talking for, whatever, half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how long we want the podcast to be, I'm just not so sure I could provide all the steady content that you guys would want in order to keep you engaged and fulfilled. So it's definitely in the works, Sarah. I would love to do that in the long term. It's like one of my next goals, besides just growing the YouTube channel and community and getting a strong viewership behind us. That is one of our number one goals. Let's see. Sarah also asked, do you have any other channels related to gardening that you recommend? Good question. I am more than happy to provide you with that. So there's Garden Answer is awesome. Is like one of the larger channels that I go to is Garden Answers with an S maybe, or Answer. And there's also here, we'll just go through my subscriptions here. There is Cog Hill Family Farm, the M.I. Gardener. He's in Michigan. This guy is awesome. He sells all of his seeds he's got a store for 99 cents for all of his seeds. He's got 380,000 subscribers, a ton of video, so much content on all sorts of things, all kinds of vegetables, fruits, perennials, annuals, all sorts of stuff that you guys want to check out if you're into gardening. And then we'll go back here. Actually, let's just go show my subscription list. There is Edible Acres is another one. Jeb Gardener is a great one. Jeb has he has really unique style of videos. He's got like this funny attitude for him where he's always joking, but he's got this like monotone voice and then this classic piano going in the background, da 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 da, and stuff like that. That it adds this really unique twist to his channel that you don't really get anywhere else. So I really, really like his channel. Desert Plants of Avalon would be the next one. Urban or Organics Best Urban Gardener. Plants and Things. Daniel Tells is a smaller channel. I think she has like 6,000-ish subscribers, maybe more. She's very good. There's Garden Answer right there. Mike's Backyard Nursery is for if you're taking, cuttings and more so like growing seedlings and trees and stuff like that. Like when I started doing willow tree cuttings and apple cuttings and stuff like that, he was the guy to give me the best information on that, was Mike's Backyard Nursery. And then Alex too. Alex is a great channel to visit. He has all sorts of succulents on there. And last would be Home Farm Ideas. They have all sorts of stuff. They are more so prevalent upon the aquaponics or hydroponics growing there. Let's see. My viewer thing kind of just stopped changing. I want to make sure that I got everybody on here yet. Okay. We are still streaming. So while I'm at it, I guess I'll show you guys the channel if anybody's not familiar with it. Our playlist. Definitely check out our playlist section because, one, we have our succulents and cacti, whatever videos. We got 68 videos in there, 8 videos on aquaponics, a bunch of LED grow light videos, garden cuttings, Midwest native species, wild edibles. So if you're not familiar with that, wild edibles are essentially, wild edibles are basically weeds that are extremely healthy, medicinal for you, and very good for your overall biome in your body. There's so many answers in nature that we just don't really look upon nowadays because of modern day tech and pharmaceuticals. Not saying we need to bypass pharmaceuticals at all, but just as far as getting a nutrient dense diet, wild edibles can be a huge key, such as a plant such as purslane. If you guys have never heard of that, go on my channel and then search for purslane. It should be under wild edibles too. Purslane is the most dense in omega-3 fatty acids out of any other leafy green plant in the world that we found so far. So it is just packed full of all sorts of other nutrients too. It is my number one go-to when I'm picking or foraging for edibles. It's going to be purslane. I actually grow that in I have a couple of different raised garden beds that I grow purslane in, and we do a few things with it. We can pickle it, we can saute it, we can put it in a stir fry. You can bake it in with like some chicken, spinach, peppers, a few different spices and herbs, all sorts of stuff. I just love purslane. It's really, really awesome. Let's see. Anybody else here? Any other questions, guys? Sarah, are you still there? Wonder if you have any questions. Jack, again, sorry, Jack. I just can't give away iPhones or iPads right now. Maybe in the future. Let's see. I don't know what else to talk to you guys about. I guess what we have going on in the garden. I've talked to you about the seedlings that we have, a couple other Ask Ripley videos and stuff. One thing I want to top off on is we just got a little aquarium in the kitchen, and I actually have pothos and peace lily sitting up on top of the aquarium with the roots going down into it and growing into the aquarium. I don't know if that's something that you guys are interested in, but I do have that going on. I think it's really, really cool because, one, I know pothos grows great in aquariums. I've done that many, many times before. But I saw a couple of other people that have been growing peace plants in the aquarium, or the peace lily. And I've never done that. It doesn't really, I mean, it looks like a pothos. It's kind of like this, it's got the same types of root formation, almost the same type of requirements as a peace lily too. So I'm interested in seeing how that goes. But I mean, it's been in there for a couple of weeks now and it's doing just fine. So who knows? I figured I might as well give it a try. I don't know if you guys can see behind me. This right here. This was where we had the hydroponics. And that is getting moved because this space right here we're kind of working on because we're expecting a second child. We're super excited about that. And unfortunately, though, we just need to make a little bit more space for some other stuff. So instead of having this big old bulky thing, we decided to bring it down a little bit and then put the hydroponics in a different location. So it's not here right now, but the succulents that we're growing in the hydroponics are doing, I mean, fantastic. They're doing really, really good, which is surprising to me, but every time I've done it, succulents seem to have been doing good. Over here, we're going to be doing all sorts of cuttings on the succulents that we have growing in their own containers and the little baby succulents. I'm working on getting a way where I can take the succulents that I'm growing on the channel and make little planters out of them, decorative pieces for people's houses and things like that, so I can provide them as gifts to people in a local area. So say if I have a friend who's in need of some Christmas gifts or something like that. We actually had a friend of mine, Sam, asked for some succulents, a little succulent planter for a white elephant gift for her family's Christmas party. Stuff like that, that I'm trying to streamline and make it quicker, faster, easier, and in the long term, enable myself to provide a higher quality product too, for all my friends and family and local people that I provide those succulents to. So that's a work in progress. I've singled it down pretty good so far. I think my number one problem is just having the space to grow all the planters. So I got all the succulents in the world to take cuttings from. If I went through my succulent garden right now and took even just like little 1-inch cuttings, which is essentially what we always start with when I'm making planters, is I'll start with smaller cuttings, or in some situations you get larger ones for like the centerpieces and stuff like that. But usually you start with smaller cuttings. But where was I going? There. The problem being I could take hundreds of cuttings, hundreds of small little cuttings, and make all the planters in the world. The problem I have is having space for those planters, having enough grow lights for those planters, and then being able to make that profitable as well is those are some of the kinks that I've been running into, because like if I've got an output, like it's costing me, usually it's not too much, but if it's cost me an extra 10 or 15, 20 bucks a month for a larger grow light, something like that, and I'm only making, if anything, because usually I don't sell the succulents and planters that I grow, if I'm only like meeting that or tripling that, it's not that it's not worth my time, but I want to be able to find a way where I can make that profitable in order to return that money into the YouTube channel, into the community, and into stuff like this and the giveaways that I'm doing. I just love to be able to do more and more of that for you guys. So that's another thing that's been on my mind, is just kind of figuring out how to really streamline that process. There is let's see, I think I was going to go through, that's it. The community tab. If you guys are following me on YouTube and subscribed, I want to start making more just like regular posts on the community tab. So like this one, we've hit 10,000 subscribers, basically saying my thanks to everybody out there. I feel blessed to be in an awesome community that you guys provide, and it's just great to have that. So just like things on this community tab, I want to start doing more and more often. So even just like post saying like I went to the Home Depot today and saw that they had a huge succulent sale. Go ahead and check them out, and hopefully they have one near you, or stuff like that. I want to start engaging with you guys through the community tab a little bit more. I think it's definitely doable as long as you guys stay engaged with those kind of posts. If you guys see the community post and it's not a video, it's either just text or a picture with some text, go ahead and please make sure you stay engaged with that stuff. It helps us out a lot, and it helps me know that those types of things are working their way into you guys, like it's something meaningful to you. If you think it's stupid, like, I guess if everybody doesn't like it, then I'll just stop that and make videos. But I think YouTube is along the right path by when they introduced this community tab, and it's expanded into, I think almost all channels have it. I don't know if you need a certain subscriber or view count or whatnot, but I know at first it was only a select few people that had access to it. But now it's rolled out to a lot more people, and I think YouTube's on the right track with that because they're kind of taking a chunk out of, just the scrolling feed type Facebook stuff where you got normal text posts and things. I think they're doing a good job at that. Let's see if we have any more comments. I don't have any more. Looks like we got a few viewers on yet. Just going to wait for some comments here. If you guys have any questions, here, we just had a comment come in. I live in really hot Arizona. Love this plant. Want it to grow in my backyard. I can't seem to keep them alive. Might as well check this one out. Okay. So this is a person talking about the elephant bush or Portulaca Portulaca africaria. I don't know what the actual name is for it. I don't know. Dwarf jade. That's when I had my long hair in this video. Man, for those of you who don't know, I used to have long hair. Long hair. All right, so back to checking out this comment. I want to plant it out in the full sun, and my neighbor has a 6-foot one in his front yard, so I know it can be done. What the hell am I doing wrong? I know sometimes I overwater it, and then sometimes underwater it. Help. That can be very difficult to answer. Antique QT tomes. Based off the question and based off of where you live and from my experience in Arizona, I think one of the problems might be your soil. So how much very hard clay, dense soil do you have right underneath that jade? They're not very, they're not super sensitive to stuff like that, being that they do grow in environments like that. But if you have just a soil that's way too hard, way too compact, and there's no way for the roots to get down and collect the nutrients that they need, I think that might be one of your bigger problems with your elephant bush. Check out the soil composition that you have. Sometimes overwater. Again, if you have, say you got your tiny little basin where you dug your hole and then you put in some soil and that water is going to collect there and hold there for a long time, it's going to rot out those roots. You don't want that. That reverts us back to my answer before. Check out your soil composition. And then underwatering. Sometimes stuff like that can be a little bit tricky, to know if it's overwatering or underwatering. But for the most part, either way, they're going to wilt up and get a little bit droopy if they're underwatered or overwatered. When you underwater them, I mean, just try to avoid that by doing it, depending on your weather conditions and the time of year. Sometimes it might need a watering like every 5 days. If it dries up really quick, just soak that soil And don't do it too much. Like, you don't want a huge puddle of water that's going to be sitting there for days. It's only going to sit there for days if it doesn't have a way to break out through the soil and kind of evaporate and spread elsewhere. But just check on that. You know, I don't know. I don't have the most experience with watering. I don't know exactly where you live, what sort of relative humidity you have. I mean, because different parts of Arizona are a little bit different, but for the most part, I think the biggest answer that you can get is looking at your soil composition. Well, we don't have any new comments yet. Going over to live chat here. I don't have much else to say. I will be doing another stream in just a little bit after I conclude this one. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to make it a stream. I might just make it a regular old video. It's going to be of this cactus planter right here. So stay tuned for that. Probably, let's see, today is Tuesday. I'll probably bring that out on Thursday. And besides that, we have our 10,000 subscriber giveaway that will be happening this next weekend. So this Saturday, we can look forward to that. 10,000 subscribers. Oh, I forgot to mention, we have air plants up in the kitchen, just looking at them, that I'm going to make a video on just because I've totally neglected them. Abused them, not watered them the way I'm supposed to. Like, some people miss them every day or two, you know, whatever. Just keep them moist all the time. You know, treat them a little bit delicately. But I have been abusing them and neglecting them, and they're still doing really, really good. So this is like my first set of air plants that I've grown so far in my life. Like, I've always thought they were pretty neat and interesting plants. Like, they're really cool how they grow and stuff. But it's the first time that I've had experience with them, and I just kind of want to go through everything that I've learned so far and what I've seen from them. So we'll have that probably sometime next week too, along with all sorts of stuff that I'm just working on. So with that, I think I will end this stream. I don't know how long it's been so far, but I don't have much else to talk about. I think you guys have pretty much checked out for the most part. If you guys have any more questions, just go ahead and comment the video and I will respond to them. I do my very best to keep up with the community and all of you guys that are helping support the channel. You guys are all a blessing. Love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great and wonderful gardening adventure.